Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. Today is episode 367. And if you've been keeping up with the channel, you will remember that over the past several episodes, I talked about going to my most recent bank run. And it was my most recent bank run was more or less a little bit of a disappointment. And one of my favorite branches, I didn't make it to, but she had told me that they had $20 in customer pennies for me, but I wasn't able to make it up there the same day. So a couple of days later, I did make it up, and I got the $20 she said she had. They're very pleasant, very nice there. And today and the next episode, I would like to go through 2 penny rolls from the $20 bankroll that I made a couple days after the original bank run. About, I guess it's going on like a week ago now. And we're going to do this one today and this one in the next episode. So the first thing I notice is that there's tape on this one, right? But compared to, I'll show you one of the previous, and I look at things like this, right? That's the tape, and this tape is on all of the wrappers from that branch bank run. And we got like, I don't know, $15 or $20. Look, and they all have the same piece of tape on the same type of wrapper. So very, very good chance they are from the same person. That's my squeaky chair. Okay, I want to do this. I want to open up this side. It's a little bit more. This is why, might be why she used tape. And I wonder if there's over 50 pennies in here. I'm going to put this up against, man, it's really tight. I can see it right there. Did not get the tape off well. All right, that does it. That will do it. Let's compare this to the other. Yeah, 50 pennies. All right. See, then you need a little flap here to hold. That's why I cut the little piece on the other side. And if not, you can't get them out. Oh, look at all that copper. Oh, yeah. That's what we want to see. Oh, and it's so clean, too. These are really clean. Well, I don't know. Let me look at this. Oh, yeah, I see a 67 down there. How about this one? I know this is a zinc already, I could tell. It's just a brown, look how thin it is, too. All right, so we're on. I grabbed one from the end of the roll because I was like, I know that's not copper. And let's see. I got back in the previous, I think the previous 1 or 2 episodes. For some reason, people are just taking a long time to mail things on eBay now. And I don't know. I guess I'm wondering if it's just like, I'll be honest with you, depression. I noticed this, and I just couldn't go to the next penny without looking at it. Where's my little pointer? Hold on. Let me go get it. All right, so I have 2 thoughts going on in my head. One is this mark here, and there's several other marks around the rim that look kind of angular. Penny also looks like has that blotchy type of coloring, which is pretty cool. Let me look at this under the loop. Now that I pointed it out to you. It appears to be just dirt or discoloration or something. All right, I spent a lot of time on it. Another zinc cent. Appears to be so. And I got one of the orders back. And I think our first copper, I'm gonna do an episode. It's just a motto. It could be reflection. I have to check it under the loop. Let me check that too while I'm looking at it. There is the slightest separation in the motto. I doubt you're gonna be able to see it in the video. Maybe you can. On the G, you can see it. It's more like a notch on the G. There's like a little groove on the IN and the OD. There's the ever so slightly separation on the bottom. I'm not crazy about this penny though, to be honest with you. So I'm not, and that's just discoloration. So I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. We have one penny, and it's already 6 minutes. We only went through 3 pennies, so I'm going to have to move up, get a move on. So the person sent the group of pennies. Sometimes I always wonder if I get something too cheap, if they're like, going to say, "Screw you, I'm not sending it." But the person did send them. They put them in the thinnest flips I've ever seen. I'm gonna assume that person said they hadn't, done anything with coins in 20 years. I think that's what they said in the description. You see these bumps like this. If this was a very clean coin, it doesn't have it to the same degree on the reverse. I don't think it would have been worth a buck or two, up to 5, especially if it would have had that beautiful golden texture. But this one does not have that. Now, yeah, nice separation on the motto. I don't know if you can see it or not. Man, is it too bright? That is so weird. It shouldn't be too bright. These are the same lights I always use. This would be too bright. That's showing nice contrast. Anyway, you can see it very clearly in the D, the T, the U, but also all the letters have very nice separation. I'm gonna go to copper coins real quick and to see if they have this one. No, copper coins does not have this as a variety. Yeah, but the motto I can see it has some separation in it, so that will go into a flip. We got a Canadian. I do not remember. My memory is shot, man. I cannot remember what's the last year copper. I want to say 79 or something, or 89. This does look like copper. I've never found an error on a Canadian cent, and it is probably due to a lack of trying, I have to say. I think I get so happy with the fact that I find the Canadian that I do not put that much attention to it, which I'm doing right now. All right, well, anyway, we found one, so that's good. Look how thin this is. See, I could tell just by picking it up. It's a zinc. So back to the story about the the eBay purchase I made recently. What's this? Hold on, I have to pause the video for a second. And sometimes what I do, if I can get it cheap enough, is I will pick up an era. Well, I'll pick up a penny, right? That has something that interests me. One thing I could say, example of that is I picked up, and these I only picked up graded. I picked up two satin finish. I think it's finish. I'm gonna call it satin finish. Satin finish um, pennies, and they're graded. And on the mintage, right? It talks about satin finish coins, and I wouldn't know one if I saw it. I guess I could have tried to look it up or something like that. But to me, I don't think there's a substitute for having the real thing in your hands. And in this case, it was the 1999. No, where I am. In this case, it was the satin, because that's what I was looking at. I was looking at the. Oh wow, I think this is copper, but if it didn't have those spots on it, is this? Hold on a second. Is this? It's not a proof, is it? No, but it's. Wow. Oh, it is a. Oh, look at that! It is a proof. Hold on. Wow, man! It's just a. Uh, wow, I'm telling you, something told me to open up. And again, I'm not saying divine intervention. I'm not. Let's not get crazy here. But I want to do something different. I said, let me open up these other. Sometimes I am a little bit into energy, and I'm telling you, I wanted to get those pennies from this other branch, man. I cannot believe we have a 1970s proof. The condition, though, man, if the condition wasn't like this, now, and I was like, it looks like a proof, but the condition, I'm not even sure if I ever found a 1970s. All right, so I can't, I'm gonna have to do a separate video on this because I'll show you right now why. Um, the 1970 has three S's, which you've never see anywhere else besides the 1970 because of the varieties. All right, there's a first of all, the S is a key variety, other variety. So it has the small and large date, but so does the proof, and it has a high 7 and a low 7. The low 7 has no mintage figures, and I think this is the low 7. Now I'm not going to do, because the 7 is lower than the 9, equal to the O though. Anyway, I have to do a whole thing on it, so I'm not doing it now. I will. What I'll do is, you know what I'm going to do? Let me take a picture of this, and let me see how close I can get, and then I'll use the line in the picture, so I could click the button. Okay, I don't know if you saw that little blink or not. That is a phenomenal find. I cannot believe that. All right, let me shut this light off now. Maybe I should have done the picture without the light on too. All right, now we got two. A 19. First of all, it could be the high 7. That's number one. It might not necessarily be the low 7. Here's another copper. Then I want the light on. Nah, that's way. I like the contrast. This is what's fun about penny roll hunting. Okay, customer customer wrap penny rolls. Oh, what's this? Oh, I had up to the side. Hair. Oh. I cannot believe we found a 1970S. I wonder what they sell for. And I'm gonna do the whole thing. Like I said, I'm gonna do the whole thing in a separate video. So funny, when I saw the reverse, I was like, "Man, looks like a proof." And I was like, "But it's a circulated proof." That's so, man. And the funny thing is, that's the second proof I found in like a week, and I've never found the proof before. 21D. Wow, it's so exciting. Yeah, I know. I need to get out more. Well, I think this ties in a little bit into what I was talking about before, as far as that eBay purchase I made, and that is that what happened is this person had several things for several pennies for sale, and he had two of them that had this error. Which, do I have the pennies on my desk, or did I move them over? They got to be here somewhere. Hold on a second. I don't know where they are. They got to be around here somewhere. Anyway, and there was a die clash, and the die clash, not super strong, but that's a beauty. Not super strong, but it was one that I think I've seen only on eBay before, and it's of a shield scent. I don't know if I might have even have found one like at the begin, like a year ago when I first started the channel. And it's where you see the die clash on the front on the obverse, and you'll see the image of the shield, and I think, yeah, you see this, the letters in the shield you see right over here. And again, I'm gonna say not weak. I'm gonna say yeah, weak, and I know you have strong, medium. What comes in between? If you know, let me know in the comments below. If I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. You have a weak error, strong error, and I've seen major, and I've seen minor. A medium, wow, it's interesting. Wonder what the term is for in between strong and weak. To me, mild is kind of weak, means weak too. So, like the satin penny I was talking about before. Oh, now. You know what? I got to know what the 1970S proof sells for. Hold on. All right, they don't sell for that much. And I'm looking at the sevens. The sevens appear all of them appear to be underneath the below the 9. Well, or even with the 9. Which one? What is this? Again, I don't want to do the whole thing. I want to do a separate video on this. Yeah, I think they're the same. Yeah, they are. Okay. All right. So whatever it is, it's the same one that there's quite a few of them minted. So anyway, just check it out. It was just cool to find. They're only worth a couple bucks, and in much better condition. The condition on that one is not good. Hmm. No white AM. And they put it into circulation. I wonder. You always. It makes me wonder, how does something like that even happen? You know, how does a proof that came? I think it looks like they came in sets. Maybe they came in rolls. How does that at some point end up in circulation? Someone just says they don't care, right? Or they forget about it, or it gets mixed up with the other coins. The funny thing is, I don't see any of them talk about the high 7 or low 7. Any of, I mean, I'd have to do. I guess when I do that other video, I will check that out. These pennies must have been lying around the basement for a while. We did get quite a bit of copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus the Canadian, which I'm pretty sure is also copper. Yeah, it's zinc. I'm gonna look at that mint mark. All right, let me see. Yeah, I have to look at that under the loop. Same thing with that little line coming down from the nose. That would ruin the whole value if a deep scratch. And I have to look at that. That looks like something. I don't know what it is. If that is that the bottom. Okay, what would it be? Is that the bottom of the head? You see that, right? Is that the bottom of the head? No, because it goes like this. You have to look at it upside down. Is that, what is that? And the inside's too dirty to tell. It's just that. So weird, man. All right, I'll be right back. It's definitely a die clash. I just can't tell from what. I cannot tell what it's from. I mean, when I look at it like that, it just reminds me of like part of the Monticello from a nickel. I mean, I know that can't be what it is, but yeah, it just sure does remind me of it. I wish I saw something in between the columns to help out with that. Okay. $2,000. No white AM. Yeah, and then also 3 white AMs for like $3, something like that. So the whole auction came out to like 11 something, and that was with 2 die clashes, the 3 white AMs, 98, 99, and 2000, and which I did not look at the the significance, but there was also a missing VDB, a 2023 no VDB, missing VDB, and it was pretty interesting. I didn't do any research on it. I'm gonna do research on it at the time I do the video. So it might be I don't know how I'm gonna work it out. I'd like it to be a separate episode. So I'm probably gonna wait till I have a couple more items in my hand to go through as far as pickups go. See, there's no way I would miss a die clash on a coin like this, even if it was weak. Um, the reverse e pluribus unum. If it was written here, there's no way I would miss that. Like I said, you'll have to watch the video. It is not. They're not. I don't know why they're not here. Right here. They should be right here in front of me on the desk. I doubt if I would have put them. I shouldn't have put them away. Oh, I think I put them away already. All right, but they're in a box in the desk next to my desk. No big deal. So I mean, each one of the white AMs is like $10. So anyway, just bad luck for the guy. You know what I mean? And to me, that's just why it's just not even worth doing auctions. The other person does it also. I think he does so many of them. This other guy, Sirius Cards. He does so many auctions, and he's kind of known already, so he really can't stop with his momentum, Um, and I'm gonna do a separate video on those when they come in too. Probably gonna go on Monday to pick them up. That's the 67 I said I saw at the beginning of the video. So it looks like we have about 10 coppers with that one, and that is 20% copper, which is A-OK with me. That is great. Great. Yeah, otherwise I would anyway, I can't really give financial advice, you know what I mean? Because I've done plenty of auctions and have lost, but that's why I say it's not I wouldn't do it, because I've lost so much money in auctions that I wish I had today. You know what I mean? Um Forget about it. Oh, look at the R in Liberty. I wonder if that would be considered extra thickness. I mean, you can see the whatever that's called. I have to learn the correct terminology for this, but you can see. I mean, I don't know if that's deteriorated dye, but you can see in a few of them, especially the R. The R is really, you can see it from a mile away. I will look at this under the loop real quick before we end the show. So I just looked up the definition of extra thickness, and it appears it's funny because um, Copper Coins uses that term a lot. Maybe I just haven't done enough research to have a better understanding of what it means. Anyway, it appears it is a double die variety, and specifically a class 6 type double die, where the extra thickness shows as being raised or bulging in appearance. So, as a result of something being struck twice. Now, here it says as a result of the, I think it says as a result of the planchet being struck twice, but it has to be because double dies are a result of one of the dies being struck twice, not anyway. So that's what I thought. But right here, you can see in the again in the R, you see it most, and I wonder if that is a good example of a double die or not, or extra thickness. Or if it's just deteriorated dye. And these dyes, after whatever months and months of being used, or weeks and weeks. I don't know how often they get changed or polished or fixed or whatever, but after a while, I'm sure they look a little different than what they started off with. I mean, it's a beat up. It's beat up anyway, So, and whatever this is, it's pretty common. The B also looks like it has some separation on the left or extra thickness. Again, now I say extra thickness. One part says thicker. One place on Google says thicker than the rest, and I always thought thickness meant wider. But then another area says bulging or raised, and that would be different than wide because it could be just as wide. So anyway, a little confusing, a little extra information to really screw us up at the end of this video. God bless, and I will see you in episode, I don't know, 388.